Greetings to YouTube. This is a video about the anomalies that I've discovered whilst listening to ABBA's song Knowing Me, Knowing You. The anomalies here are much more obvious than those that I've heard listening to Dancing Queen, although I can't really piece together a story. They're more like little flaws that are in the recording. The benefit here is that although they're much clearer when listened in out-of-phase stereo, which I've described how to set up on my first introduction video to this series, you'll also find that you can hear them on, just about hear them at any rate, on a pair of good quality headphones. I use a pair of ABBA Dynamics, which were about £40–50, something like that, so they're not overly expensive, but there you go. Because most of these anomalies are only audible on headphones or out of phase, there's very little point in me playing any of it here to you because you just won't hear it. Listen on vinyl, on Greatest Hits Volume 2 or Arrival, or try the ABBA Gold CD. Incidentally, I found all these anomalies while listening to the ABBA Gold CD, but they'll be there on the earlier mixes as well. Okay, in the introduction, you'll find it easiest if you listen on headphones rather than out of phase. On the left-hand channel, there's somebody tapping away with their foot or tapping away on a guitar. I think it's Bjorn, because the Arrival notes say that Bjorn played all the acoustic guitars on that album. And it's tapping away into the beat, but I don't really think it should have been there, because if you listen normally just on a pair of speakers, even at quite a loud volume, you can't hear it. It's only because it's right in your ear that you can actually hear it. As will become apparent as this series progresses, I think during the making of Arrival, ABBA must have had some trouble with some of their tape machines, because certainly out of phase at 135 to 137, while they're whispering bad days, let's do that again, bad days, while they're whispering bad days, that's where you'll hear some tape where it sounds like going across the sound. Very, very slight though at that point, and not really audible on headphones. Just as Frida launches into the lines "In these old familiar rooms children would play," there's a very loud glitch out of phase at 1 minute 49 seconds. So it's just before those lines. On headphones, it actually sounds like somebody's farting in your right ear. Listen very carefully, you'll hear it. This is what a microphone stand sounds like when it's being hit. At 2 minutes 5 seconds, you'll hear something that sounds like that, but heavily reverberated, out of phase. It's knowing me, hit, knowing you. All right. It's just about audible on headphones, just as something funny happening, just as she's singing those lines. 2 minutes 5 seconds. That is the second chorus, I think, the second chorus. Just as the last guitar solo starts, there's an edit point. So it's knowing me, knowing you is the best I can do. And on the word do, there is an edit point. Listening out of phase will reveal two very heavy knocks at that point. Listening in phase, on the word do, you'll hear a boom. And just after that, you'll hear a click in the left ear. Those are all the anomalies that I've heard on Knowing Me, Knowing You. If anyone knows any more or wants to tell me to stop doing these because they're really boring or nerdy or anything else, then please feel free to leave me some feedback. Thanks. See you next time.